Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover hidden treasures and amazing stories behind everyday coins. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1977 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin, a small coin with a surprisingly big story. This penny isn't just pocket change, it's a piece of history that holds secrets, value, and, for some collectors, even the potential for serious money. So, grab a seat, hit that like button, and let's explore everything you need to know about this legendary 1-cent coin. First, let's roll back the clock to the late 1970s. It was a time of change in the United States. The economy was facing inflation, prices were going up, and the U.S. Mint was under pressure to produce high quantities of coins to keep up with demand. At the Denver Mint, the D Mint mark was stamped on millions of pennies in 1977, designating where they were made. But not every coin was created equal. This penny was designed by Victor David Brenner, who originally created the Lincoln cent in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Brenner's design has stayed largely the same over the decades. But these pennies from the 1970s, especially those marked with the D for Denver, hold a certain mystique for collectors, not only because of their historic design but because some of them possess certain rare qualities that make them incredibly desirable. So, what's so special about this 1977 D penny? Well, most of these pennies have survived the years in worn-out conditions. But some have stayed in pristine shape, while others have unique errors, like double die marks or off-center strikes, making them valuable to collectors. And depending on the condition and specific characteristics, these coins can be worth way more than just a penny. Let's talk about what collectors dream about when it comes to the 1977 D penny, rare errors and variations. Some pennies were struck with misalignments or double dies, where the image or lettering appears doubled due to a slight movement during the minting process. These errors are rare and can make a simple penny worth a lot more. Take, for instance, the double die penny. This is a favorite among collectors because the doubling effect, usually seen on letters or details, gives the coin a unique look. And if you have a 1977 D penny with a well-defined double die on, say, Lincoln's face or the word Liberty, you're looking at a coin that could fetch a premium price in the market. Another fascinating error type is the off-center strike, where the coin wasn't aligned properly during minting. These off-center coins show only part of Lincoln's portrait, with a blank section on one side. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin can be to collectors. Some off-center 1977 D pennies have sold for $50, $100, or even more, depending on the condition. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is king. The better the condition, the higher the value. Grading scales range from good to uncirculated, with the rare mint state, MS, grades being the most coveted. A mint state 1977 D penny in high grade, especially one graded MS 65 or higher, can sell for several $100s. An MS 65 grade means the coin has a few tiny marks, if any, and a sharp, clear strike. These coins look almost as fresh as the day they were minted. If you've got a 1977 D penny with that kind of quality, you could be sitting on a small treasure. So, if you find a 1977 D penny in your pocket or a coin jar, check it carefully. If it's in a fantastic condition or has a rare error, it could be a collector's dream. And remember, these coins in great condition are getting harder to find as they age, making them even more valuable over time. So, what's the real value of a 1977 D penny? If you have a well-worn penny, it's still worth 1 cent, of course. But if you're lucky enough to have a 1977 D in extremely fine, EF, or about uncirculated, AU, condition, it could sell for around 20 cents to $1. Now, that may not sound like much, but consider this, a 1977 D in mint state condition, with no errors, can easily sell for $10 to $15. And if it's an MS 65 grade or higher. Some of these coins have fetched $50 to $100 or more at auction. For error coins, like double dies and off-center strikes, prices soar even higher. A 1977 D penny with a prominent double die error can go for anywhere between $50 and $200, depending on the clarity of the error and overall condition. And remember, collectors love rare finds, so error coins are always hot items at auctions and collector shows. That you know what to look for. Here are some quick tips for finding and preserving your 1977 D penny. First, check through your change jars and old coin collections. You'd be surprised where these pennies show up. If you're shopping at a flea market or coin show, keep an eye out for high-grade 1977 DS, they can be hidden gems. And if you do find one, consider placing it in a protective coin holder. Keeping it safe from scratches or environmental damage will help preserve its value. The 1977 D Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of copper. It's a coin with a rich history, a small masterpiece of design, and a collector's dream. Who would have thought a simple penny could be worth so much? So, the next time you come across a 1977 D penny, give it a second look. You might just have a little piece of history worth more than you think. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of the 1977 D penny. Be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more coin secrets and collector tips. And let us know in the comments, have you found any interesting pennies in your collection? Until next time, happy collecting. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and wondered if it could be worth more than just a single cent? Today, we're taking a deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1981 United States 1-cent coin. By the end of this video, you'll know why this little piece of copper might be worth more than you think and what to look for if you have one in your collection. Let's uncover the secrets behind the 1981 penny. Let's set the stage with a bit of history. The 1981 penny might look just like any other copper coin in your pocket change, but it marks the end of an era. At this point in time, the 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln cent, had been produced in copper for almost 30 years. But copper prices were skyrocketing in the early 80s, and minting pennies was becoming costly for the U.S. government. So, in 1981, the U.S. Mint was getting ready to make a big decision. Mint officials were faced with a dilemma: they could either raise the denomination's value or reduce the cost of making it. After much deliberation, they chose to change the penny's composition. The decision to switch to a copper-plated zinc alloy came in 1982, but this means that the 1981 penny was one of the last 1-cent coins minted with 95% copper and 5% zinc, a small detail that would make it unique to collectors. On the 1981 penny, you'll see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner in 1909. Brenner's initials, VDB, can still be found on these coins, just beneath Lincoln's shoulder. On the reverse side, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol that has adorned the coin since 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you're examining a 1981 penny closely, take note of the mint mark. The coin was produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, marked with a D, and San Francisco, marked with an S. Each mint mark can affect the coin's value slightly, but the S mint mark from the San Francisco Mint is especially notable because it indicates a proof coin. Proof coins have a higher standard of striking and quality, and in some cases, they're worth considerably more than their counterparts from Denver or Philadelphia. Now, here's where it gets even more exciting. Like many coins, the 1981 penny has a few rare errors that can make it especially valuable. These errors include things like double dies, where the image on the coin appears doubled, or off-center strikes, which happen when the coin is not properly aligned during production. If you spot one of these errors on your 1981 penny, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Collectors actively seek out these unique pieces for their rarity and oddities. So, just how much can a 1981 penny be worth? Well, the answer depends on a few factors. In average circulated condition, these pennies are often worth just face value, or slightly more for copper content. But, in uncirculated or proof condition, prices can jump significantly. Proof pennies, particularly those from the San Francisco Mint, can be worth anywhere from $1 to $20. And if you've got a 1981 penny with an error, that's where things get interesting. Did you know that because of its high copper content, a 1981 penny is actually worth more than 1 cent in terms of metal value alone? Since it's 95% copper, this tiny coin holds nearly 2 cents worth of copper by today's market. This melt value has added a unique layer of value for collectors, and it's one of the main reasons people love to hold on to pre-1982 pennies. Thinking of selling or appraising your 1981 penny? Start by carefully examining its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and any wear and tear will impact its value. If you suspect you have a valuable 1981 penny, consider having it professionally graded. Certified coins in mint condition can command higher prices and give you an advantage when selling. Once you've assessed your coin's value, where can you sell it? Many collectors turn to online marketplaces like eBay or specific coin auction sites. Local coin shops and coin shows can also be great places to find buyers who appreciate unique items like a rare 1981 penny. And remember, the coin's worth often increases when it's in top condition or certified. Whether you're a casual collector or an avid numismatist, the 1981 penny is a remarkable piece of history worth exploring. Who knows, maybe that small copper coin in your pocket is holding big value. Remember to look out for mint marks, check for errors, and appreciate the story behind this last-of-its-kind Lincoln cent. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of the 1981 1-cent US coin. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting insights. And remember, every coin has a story, keep hunting for yours. You might have one of these lying around in a jar, forgotten in a drawer, or maybe mixed in with loose change, but what if I told you that a single, ordinary-looking penny could actually be worth a lot of money? Yes, we're talking about the 1995 United States 1-cent coin, also known as the 1995 Lincoln penny. In this video, we're diving deep into the story of the 1995 1-cent coin. We'll explore its history, its design, some very special varieties to look out for, and how much it could be worth if you're lucky enough to have one in mint condition, or one with an incredibly valuable error. The 1-cent coin has a long and fascinating history. It was first introduced in 1793, making it one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. But this particular design, the Lincoln penny, was first issued in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face, and it's been a mainstay ever since. Now let's fast forward to 1995. This year marked an interesting time in the history of the Lincoln penny. The coin, still featuring Victor David Brenner's classic portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, remained an iconic part of American currency. On the reverse, we see the familiar image of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., a design that had been used since 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday, 1995. This design was stamped millions of times across the country, with coins produced in Philadelphia and Denver. But here's the kicker. Amidst these millions, there were a few very special versions that were accidentally produced with errors, making them rare and extremely valuable. So, what makes a simple 1-cent coin from 1995 potentially worth so much? The answer lies in the world of coin collecting and the tiny variations that can make an everyday coin into a prized collectible. In 1995, an error occurred at the Philadelphia Mint, resulting in what's known as a double die variety. This is a type of mint error where the design elements on the coin appear to be doubled. It can look like a shadow or ghost image on the text or other parts of the coin. This particular error on the 1995 Lincoln penny is known as the double die obverse, or DDO for short. It's most noticeable on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." If you look closely at these areas, you'll see a doubling effect that's pretty distinct. Finding one of these pennies in circulation today is rare, but not impossible. And if you're lucky enough to find one, it could fetch a nice price in the collector's market. You might be wondering, how much can a 1995 double-die penny actually be worth? Well, the value can vary quite a bit depending on the condition, or grade, of the coin. For example, a 1995 double-die penny in well-worn, circulated condition might be worth between $20 and $50. But if you have one in mint, uncirculated condition, it could be valued at $100 or more. And if you're lucky enough to have one that's been graded as extremely high by coin experts, it might even reach prices of several $100s. The highest prices tend to be for coins graded by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations assign an official grade based on the coin's condition, which can significantly impact its value. Of course, the double-die variety isn't the only thing that makes the 1995 penny valuable. There are other factors that can boost the value of any penny, including those from 1995. Things like the coin's condition, luster, and even certain types of damage can all impact how much collectors are willing to pay. Coins that haven't been handled as much, like those kept in coin rolls or that somehow avoided circulation, tend to have sharper details and a higher shine, making them more desirable to collectors. Alright, so maybe you're thinking, I've got a bunch of old pennies sitting around, how can I tell if I have one of these rare 1995 double-die pennies? Great question. To check, take a good magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Focus on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" on the obverse side of the coin. If you notice any doubling, where the letters look shadowed or doubled, that could be a sign you found one of these rare coins. If you think you found one, it's best to get it authenticated by a professional coin dealer or a coin grading service. They can confirm if it's the real deal and help you determine its grade. So, is it worth checking those old jars of coins? Absolutely. The 1995 double-die penny is just one example of how small details can turn a common coin into a valuable treasure. With millions of coins produced each year, errors happen more often than you'd think. That's what makes coin collecting so exciting, you never know what kind of hidden treasure might be hiding right under your nose. So the next time you see a penny on the ground, don't just walk by it. Who knows, you might be picking up something worth far more than just 1 cent. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and collectibles, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Have you ever found a rare penny in your pocket change? Let us know in the comments below. This script is designed to engage viewers, keep them interested with historical context and visuals, and encourage them to explore their own coins. Let me know if you'd like to add anything specific. We're diving into something small but incredibly fascinating, the 1998 United States 1 cent coin. If you're a coin collector, a history buff, or just someone who loves learning about hidden treasures in everyday objects, this video is for you. So, grab a seat and let's talk about why this little penny could be worth more than just 1 cent. Alright, let's start with a bit of history. The US 1 cent coin, or what we typically call a penny, has a long and rich history dating back to the very foundation of the United States Mint. The first US cent was produced way back in 1793. Just imagine, almost 230 years of pennies circulating across the country, carrying the story of our nation's growth. From large copper coins to the familiar Lincoln penny we know today, this little coin has truly evolved. The design of the penny has changed a lot over the years. The Lincoln cent, featuring the image of Abraham Lincoln on the front, was first introduced in 1909 to mark the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It was the first American coin to feature a historical figure rather than a symbolic representation of liberty. And it was an instant hit. Fast forward to 1998, this year wasn't exactly a monumental one in terms of US penny design. From 1959 to 2008, the penny featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, with the words 1 cent and United States of America at the top and bottom, framing the iconic memorial building. This design is widely recognized and has become a staple in American coinage. Take a look at the front side of the coin, known as the obverse. Here, you have the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. And on the back, the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. The 1998 penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of them came out of Philadelphia and Denver, while the San Francisco Mint only produced proof coins, which are specially struck for collectors and have a beautiful, mirror-like finish. Now, here's where things get interesting. Not all 1998 pennies are equal, and some can be worth way more than just 1 cent. Generally, a 1998 penny isn't rare. In fact, over 5 billion pennies were minted in 1998. But what collectors really look for are specific varieties and errors that occurred during production, and this is where things get valuable. Let's break down the different mint marks. The D stands for the Denver Mint, and the P stands for the Philadelphia Mint. However, the 1998 penny from the San Francisco Mint, marked by an S, is a proof coin that wasn't meant for everyday circulation. And these proof coins can be worth a lot more due to their special striking and lower production numbers. But the real star of the show? The 1998 wide AM variety. This little-known variant is actually one of the most valuable and sought-after versions of the 1998 penny. So, what does wide AM mean? On the reverse side of the coin, there's the text United States of America. If you look closely at the words, you'll see that the letters A and M in America are either close together or slightly separated. A regular 1998 penny will have a close AM, where the letters are nearly touching. But on the wide AM version, the letters are distinctly separated. And why does this matter? Well, the wide AM variety is a production error that wasn't meant to happen. The US Mint mistakenly used proof dies for regular circulation coins, creating this unique separation in the lettering. Collectors love these kinds of errors because they're rare, and that makes them valuable. So, how much is a 1998 penny really worth? Well, it depends on the condition, mint mark, and whether or not you have the rare wide AM variety. Most regular 1998 pennies you find are only worth face value, just 1 cent. However, if you find a wide AM penny in decent condition, it could fetch anywhere from $25 to $50, and even higher in mint condition. Some 1998 wide AM pennies have sold for over $100 when they're in pristine, uncirculated condition. For proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, prices are also higher. A 1998 S-proof penny in perfect condition could sell for around $10 to $20 or more, especially if it's graded by a professional service like the PCGS or NGC. Remember, a high-quality grade can make all the difference. So, you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have a valuable 1998 penny? First, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, because these details are tiny. Start by checking the mint mark on the front. Then, flip the coin over and carefully examine the letters A and M in America on the reverse. If they're widely separated, congratulations. You might have a wide AM penny. It's always a good idea to consult with a professional if you think you have a valuable coin. You can get it graded by a coin grading service to determine its quality, and this can help increase its market value. And who knows? That 1 cent coin could be worth a lot more. Collecting pennies can be a lot of fun and sometimes surprisingly profitable. If you're new to coin collecting, the Lincoln cents are a fantastic place to start because there are so many varieties, errors, and valuable dates to explore. Look for coins that are in great condition, and keep an eye out for mint errors like the wide AM. And of course, don't forget that pennies minted before 1982 contain copper, which can add extra value. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey through the 1998 US penny. Who knew that such a small coin could have such a big story? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth coin guides and treasure hunts in your pocket change. Let us know in the comments if you have any cool penny finds or if there's a particular coin you want us to cover next. Until next time, keep collecting and happy hunting. This script can be broken up with engaging visuals, close-up shots, and on-screen text to make it visually dynamic and keep viewers engaged throughout the video.